Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Sunday. With me tonight is Mr. Commodon.
Good morning.
How's everybody in the YouTube lands?
How are we doing today?
We got Darth in the house. Party on, gentlemen. Party on, Darth.
Party on, Darth.
And let's see. I figured I'd stick with the skeleton theme. I'm going to get back to work on the Skeletor I started a long time ago. And I was like, I really need to finish that.
I should probably draw on this thing as to which way it stretches because I tend to forget.
I got the parts washed off. They were dusty and I worked on it so long. And
I think I wanted to give this way.
Did print out a couple more skull heads. I took that head that Kenna made for my death character and scaled it down to fit this body. Let's see what it looked like. It's not bad. I got this head that I got. It's actually supposed to be a Skeletor head that's made on Cult 3D. Playing around trying to get the scale just right. Font size is too big. And where's it at? But I do like this one's got the opening jaw. Sector 2813 in the house. Evening, fellas.
Hey, bud. I haven't even got your stuff boxed up yet, so.
Uh-oh.
I had to work last 3 days.
We're going to come to you about shipping now?
Yeah, channeling my best cannon.
There was a train blocking the road for you?
Are you wanting anything from Legion's Gone?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually have a few odd and end things from a couple other friends. They're wanting, like my paint guy, he's wanting me to look for odd and end heads and original sculpts and stuff. And I should probably write this down. I'm having trouble to remember. There's 3 different people who want me to look for some stuff. But I also have to meet up with Crashbot Customs and Robo while I'm there. It's going to be pretty eventful for me.
Yep. Well, that's cool. You want to meet up with Robo?
Yeah. We've been talking. I have some stuff for him.
Metal Luna's up. Hello. Your giant's looking good, Metal Luna.
Yes. I'm not sure what we're talking about there.
He posted some more pictures of his Native American based like Giant Man character.
Oh, I haven't. It was on Discord. I haven't been on Discord.
Yeah. It's on Discord.
Do you need to talk? Okay. It's time to go to bed. Okay. Are you going to go read? Do you have any homework you need to get done before you go to school tomorrow? Sure. Is your bag packed and ready to go? So you're 100% ready to go? Do I need to double check it?
I'm pretty sure that I got this stuff.
Yeah.
Just cross my legs.
I'm not sure what that brush is for. This one is for like dusting and stuff. This one is. It was a 2-for-1 deal.
Middle was commenting on your voice.
Have a soft bristle brush and a hard bristle brush.
Ragnar Arts, yo.
What are they used for?
Yeah, his voice is starting to go out a little bit too.
Yeah, I've been sick for a couple of days now, since like Tuesday.
Yeah.
I have gotten old to the point where I can't just get better anymore. It's a long and arduous process. So I bought a 2-pack of brushes, a soft bristle brush and a hard bristle brush. The hard bristle brush is for like dusting and getting the when you sand stuff,
Getting the stuff off.
But what's the soft bristle brush for, in your opinion?
Oh, that's good size.
The insides?
The insides?
I said that's a good size. That's test fitting ahead.
You gotta go to bed at 9:30.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you were up to 10:30 with the time change.
He's not wrong. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, this skull I found on Cult 3D. It's got an articulated jaw and it's got little divot points to put the jaw in, but they always take. But I found it's best to open up the sockets where the upper part of the lower jaw goes into, and I cut a groove into where the divots are. It makes it easier to get the jaw in and out.
Oh, what? Say that again. Say that again for me one more time.
So there's little divots right here where the jaw plugs into, and it's hard to get it to go in with the hitting the sockets here where the jawbone goes into. So I took my Dremel and cut a groove that goes to that little divot point. That way I can slide the jaw on a lot easier.
Okay. That's what I thought you said the whole time. No. Down your butt. I watched the Changeling today. A movie from the 80s.
Do I now?
The Changeling.
It sounds familiar.
From the 1980s, a long time ago.
Yeah, I lived through that.
Basically, a horror, haunted house movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 90 minutes long. If anybody wants to give it a shot, it's not drowned in special effects. It depends upon its story.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend it. I think it's good.
Yeah, this this is a Skeletor here to go off Cult 3D. And I was working on getting the scale just right. It's meant for like the bigger like Masterverse bodies, so I was scaling it down to fit the Grim Reaper body. I was spending all that time washing off my parts earlier. Now I'm getting them all covered in Dremel dust again. It's smart.
Work harder, not smarter. Right?
Yeah.
You know, I've never really liked the work smarter, not harder stuff, because sometimes you have to put the work in.
Yes.
And trying to find a way out of it is just setting everybody back.
It's like an episode when Star Trek Next Generation, when that girl got Q powers and she did her chores like with using her Q powers, and it defeated the entire purpose of doing the study because you needed to like track how long it takes for all the spores to the bloom. But doing it the way she did, don't know.
They even spent time as the Scarecrow because there was nothing else to do.
Yep. A little lower. Changing.
Oh.
Mentalino said good post this week, Don.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. People really like the capes.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting like a I don't know, like 30 likes.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually like nondescript stuff, you know, just like proof of concepts and things like that, they usually only pull like 20, 30. But I got that within like an hour. So
Nice.
and
What'd
I'm
you
doing a lot better than I thought.
What you got on right now?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. $40.
Nice.
Yeah, 40. 40, that's in my normal, my superhero post bracket. So, I own the sleeves. I like to leave them a little bit long.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like bunch up. But if I do that with the pleather, it's probably not going to look. Because the pleather looks weird. It doesn't want to behave like normal or look as normal fabric looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to be doing these sleeves like 2 or 3 times. Let's say it like that.
Sorry.
So to the top of his wrist, it's like 2.5. So I'll probably do just to the top of his hand, right about where his thumb is. We'll do that as our initial volley. You don't care if I mark your figure, right?
Yeah. It's bought for a future custom, so.
It's just chalk, so it should come off.
Yeah. I bought them while I could. I thought it was weird that people were keeping the Danny Rand. Luke Cage, to me, was the bigger draw out of that 2-pack.
So,
People like different things.
different strokes, different folks.
Yep.
So what?
I'm not gonna go do over.
See, I am sitting on one of the things that I've made, and I am like the most proud of.
Mm-hmm.
I am like so excited about it, but it's a surprise for my mother-in-law, and I can't just
Right.
post it. She ain't watching this shit, but
Hey, now.
I mean, she's 70. She ain't watching. Let's not play games. She ain't watching.
Well, I was just referring to her shows.
Although I did do a photo shoot for him, and I took a bunch of photos. You know, like I would if I was to post it up. So hey, if you want to see it, shoot me a private message. I'm more than happy to talk about him. And, where are you at?
I haven't hardened this head yet either on the UV. I find it's easier to do all your modifications before you harden the resin.
I sent them to you.
Cool. Yep. Victor, Marvel Legends Skeletor is what I'm working on. I've worked on it a while back, and it's got put on the back burner, and I figured to get back on it, try and get it finished up. I got a good He-Man, and I need to get my Skeletor. Yep.
And that's how they get you, those quote-unquote companion pieces.
Yep. He-Man was relatively simple with being on Hercules.
Hercules. Let's say 2.5.
I like that head sculpt. Focus.
I mean, the color even looks good.
Once it hardens, I'll use some green stuff to make the socket. Not enough room into the cavity to use my O-rings like I usually do.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea for the skull up there. Yeah, baby, yeah.
So we got this is an option 2.
Two.
Skull that Ken made. Yeah. Pictures. I never understood how everybody in Eternity had these muscled men bodies, ignoring the fact that it was just done for reuse. But yeah, but even like the street vendors would be like jacked.
It's kind of like here in America where everybody's got a.
They don't have all the processed.
Every blade of grass, as they say.
Well, they don't have all the all this processed food like we got.
Word.
Yeah, stick these in the UV.
I finished watching Requiem for Vengeance, the Gundam series.
Yeah.
Accidentally. I didn't realize it was the last episode when I started watching it today. I hate that. I hate that's over with. I was really enjoying it. So, like, when it ended, how it ends, I was like, oh, well, shit, what are they going to do now? I was like, oh, all right, it's over. So that's what they're going to do now. Yeah, really good. Much recommending.
Cool. Yeah, it's like Gundam in the perspective of like the
Xeon. Yeah, Gundam from the Xeon perspective, and it's never going well for them, you know.
Do they have any moments like, are we the bad guys?
Well, I mean, you know, in the whole Gundam series, nobody's ever really, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, because, you know, it's just two opposing sides of a war. The bad guys are usually fleshed out on both sides, just being like war-mongering a-holes.
Oh, like real life.
Yeah, just like in real life. You got good people and bad people, both sides. I mean, you're the pilot that you ride with, that you take her perspective from, you know, the Earth Federation came in and bombed a target and killed her husband. So she's got a case of the ass with the EFS.
Yeah, the Victor's like, only Ram Man was pudgy. Initially painted this up, I painted all this blue as around his waist blue. It was like, wait a minute, let's paint that black. That don't look right. Looked like old Skeletor was running around commando.
I mean, it probably does. Chafing's the real enemy here.
Yeah. Especially when they wear fur briefs.
Oh. So we just refer to it as non-daylight savings time.
Mm-hmm. Surprised no one from Motu wore a Speedo. Victor. AK says low.
All them big old muscles. They probably none of them had a banana hammock. So
Cannon
took
said
one look at it and he's like,
Cannon says he's not gonna be able to make it on. I'm home, but the weather here is pretty bad. No, stay safe, my friend. Painting off screen. I think last time I checked, we're 92 subscribers from 6,000.
you know, what was we with like 200 when we started?
Something pretty low. We weren't monetized, I know that.
Oh.
And if you're watching on the 19 Cent Olds Customs channel, please feel free to subscribe. We can get that one monetized. That'd be good too. It's not like YouTube is not like on your 6,000 subscriber channel. I make like $30 a month.
Be sure to get in there nice and deep, like get all that fully colored in there.
Yeah, it's got the loincloth piece that goes over top of it too, though.
No excuses.
Trying not to put black paint on the light blue. Buchanan says probably just going to bed. The rain will help me sleep, and sleep will help the headache. I had a headache earlier tonight too. I had to take some Excedrin.
I wish sleeping helped my headaches. That'd be nice.
My blue I need, but I can't get the lid off right now. It's something I just like custom mix. I threw some Testors paints together and just mixed a little bit of white and a little bit of gray and try to get like that bluish gray skin tone. It's just, I couldn't tell you what it was originally. It's just mixed it until I got a color that I liked. And I'm gonna take a blow dryer, heat this lid up. Victor said the Patel should make a dad body, man. That's enough to get it up. Oh. Darth said he remembers when I first discovered the channel over 2 years ago. Yeah. And you've been a pretty regular on here too. Darth, we appreciate you. It's always a party when Darth gets here.
And we always party on, right?
Yes, sir. Put some BBs in here. Or wherever these things are.
I gotta think about something for a second. Hang on.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Clinic.
These are areas that will never be seen. Finicking over, because once the loincloth goes on, you'll never see the top of the hips. But I know it's there.
And it's your toy, so if you know it's there. That's the reason I hate 90% of all of my customs. They either have to be like really great or
I understand. That's so when it's blue brushes on, it's looks like you're putting the wrong color on, but it'll darken up when it dries. I still think it's hilarious that they get triggered because I like disc hinges more than double ball peg necks. It's like the dude. It's like that's your opinion, man.
yeah. People get torqued about stuff that don't matter all the time.
Yeah.
I see it all the time at work.
It's like you actually try to make an argument with like, why would you need them to have a figure that look up? You need to be able to tilt the head more. That is more important. Especially like a character like the Punisher, where you would want him in a pose firing his rifle, and you really need a disc hinge. Especially if you're going to do like a sniper pose. That's what annoying part with G.I. Joe Classified. They went to those double ball pegs, and Lowlight, who's a sniper, they give him a sniper rifle, and he can't lay down and use the rifle because the head doesn't look up. Wonder why you would need to be able to look up. I like functional articulation.
Yeah, me too.
And if you
It's like the great Dan Larson said, I wanted to have as many articulation points as possible so I could put it in any pose I want one time, put it on a shelf, and leave it there for the rest of my life. Is it too much to ask for?
Victor said that Lowlight had a retro play action where you use your imagination for him to snipe properly.
I gotta run downstairs do a favor for a friend of my wife.
Well, and if you actually have the head hollowed out properly, and
Giggity.
the head will still move from left to right, and you get that articulation point. Like, this is with a disc hinge, and I can have the head tilt because it's hollowed out enough, or there's space around where the head will still tilt and get your expression that you want. And look up. Oh well, what I know. I do like that blue I mixed up. Did end up ordering a second Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. I was thinking about just going with the one and not worry about it, but I like Danny Ketch, even though it's disappointing the size of they made him. He's too small. So I've actually got one here I'm working on. It makes him a little less accurate to the character, but it's not. But he's in later versions he did wear long pants, and I took the Netflix Luke Cage and did a leg swap. Well, they're not complete yet. It's still not glued the hips together or anything. I'm going to paint them before I do all that. But this actually makes him as tall as a bucket cap. And it's a little bigger leg. Go side by side. It's a more muscular leg, longer leg, so it adds the height. You just lose the exposed motorcycle boot, and you can just say it's just covered up with the pants leg. I'm good with that, because you can see the boot actually sticking out on that. I'm using blue marble feet, which are more like a motorcycle style boot. A little bigger. I would use these feet here, but they're teeny tiny. Got the Netflix Luke Cage you can get real cheap. You can now, but the only thing is these little sockets here are too big on the Luke Cage. So I grabbed some, and I grabbed the female figure of the fodder, cracked her hips, and grabbed these out and swapped them to make this work. And those fit perfectly, and they fit back into the sockets. So once everything's back together, painted up and glued together, and you'll never know. And you get nice, taller Ghost Rider. I'm actually going to change the hands out too, because these hands are tiny too. This is almost like a classified scale Ghost Rider instead of Marvel Legends. This is actually an older Ghost Rider head too. The head's too big on this Ghost Rider, so I didn't like that. But for some reason, even though they're reusing parts, the ball is too small for when you use an older head. So I put some shrink wrap, heat shrink tubing on that, and made it fit. That once everything's together, painted up, it's a little different look, but I'll heat and pull these little bracers off the hands and get some bigger hands put on them. These are quite small hands. It's like a true 1/12 scale figure almost. But yeah, it definitely improves the height. Also, these are the same legs too that I'm using. They're just blue. With the Luke Cage, you can get cheap. So yeah, but the only thing you got to do is swap out those little socket pieces. I agree. Victor says, I hope Jada continues with her mascot line.
Mascot line.
It was the love of Captain Crunch.
Oh. Yeah, he said that there were they have interesting ways of getting, like, you know how they did the Flintstones, but it's Fruity Pebbles.
Yep.
He's like, they have a few more like that are interesting ways to get classic characters that you probably won't, but they're all like in that line.
Sweet. Hey, Mr. T had a cereal.
Yeah, that's probably one of them. I guess I shouldn't ate that cookie.
Who ate the cookie from the cookie jar?
Me. I'm ride or die with them cookies.
Had some cool stuff showing this weekend at TFCon. I debate about going, but I'm glad I didn't because too much stuff going on with personally going on. I think it was up closer up to your neck of the woods.
I have a neck of the woods. Pooh and Piglet. I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
TFCon. It's up near you, closer to you.
Where's it at?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Oh. Yeah, that was yesterday and
Started Friday.
last day was yesterday.
Today.
One of the guys I follow, he was there. He had a booth. He was showing pictures of his booth.
That guy I know.
Today was the last day. I'm assuming that's where it was.
Guy I know. He sits up at a local con down here. He does it. He's a vet too. A group of pop-up comics.
Oh, not Quinn.
No. Quinn's in Texas.
Tejas.
Yep.
My daughter's in Tejas.
And I won't do the silly question. He's a vet, you know him?
Maybe.
I get questions like that with about the where I work at. It's like, oh, do you know so and so? Where I work at employs like several thousand people. No, no, I don't.
Yeah, when I was in, it was close to 800,000 soldiers in the army. So to me, the odds of me knowing just one.
Sector 2813, do you think Mondo's 6-inch 2000X will have single or double jointed elbow? Single or double jointed? That I don't know. I'd be curious to see. I'm curious what the price point's going to be, because the Ghostbusters, they priced me out of those. I was like, nope. No, thank you. It's crazy someone's making a Laurel and Hardy 112 figure, so glad to get the license being done. Yeah, they get funded too. They're doing that too. I didn't back that one, but they do the Stooges. That would be tempting. Very tempting.
You're a super curly guy.
I would want curly. Curly, Shemp, and Mo were brothers in real life. But both Shemp and Curly, they both passed away young. And that's why they had to get Curly Joe. Alpha Proto is asking, what length in inches should a radius of a circle be for a 6-inch cape figure?
You know anything right on? All right, so it's circumference is 6-inch.
Yeah.
Come on, you. But capes are not perfectly round. If your cape is perfectly round, it's not going to look right.
Unless you want a poncho.
Even still, those are square. Well, ain't that a bitch?
Oh. Get a hairless skull head with the hat. I got
Who asked the question?
Alpha Proto.
Alpha, if you go to wolframalpha.com, they can do all of your calculations for you. It's predominantly who I use whenever I get lost in a equation.
Got this head sculpt. It looks funny without the hat. Cut down a Sentry hairpiece, but it's actually used for the young Thor because it's a softer rubber. Sentry hairpiece is like very hard, almost rigid. And I got this one, which I just put the last coat of black on the hat for him. A little bit bigger hat. And there's a magnet in here too. So.
The radius is 9.5, or excuse me, 0.95493, so 1 inch.
Actually, Canon sculpted these hats for me, Victor. And set them up like where they got magnets in the heads and the magnet in the hat. So you can actually pick up the figure from the hat. Pro said last time I tried to make a cape, it was too short. I cut my capes Pac-Man style.
Yeah. So look. So this is the pattern, right? It looks like a pair of kissy lips. And the net result of this pattern is this one right here. This is what it'll look like eventually when it's all put together. The curvature at the bottom goes out, goes up, and it's so that the tips are the same length as the back off of the neck. I don't know why it has to be that way, but it does. To get it so that it all looks one length, the edges have to be shorter than the base length of it. Like from the neck down, it's more of a crescent or a moon shape.
He said that makes sense.
That makes sense to me. It should be straight lines, but it's not. It won't allow it. When I finally learned that is when my capes really started garnering attention.
Need a holster for Jonah Hex. I remember I had this Overwatch figure, the sci-fi cowboy, and he's got a gun belt and holster.
The Soldier 86 or whatever.
I forget what this one's called. I don't know. Where to put the box? Oh, here it is. McCree. The proportions on those figures are so weird.
I knew.
The head is like almost. Okay, can't see what I'm doing.
Hang on, I gotta yell at the boy.
Boy.
his mom know.
So the head's almost like a 5-inch scale piece figure for a 5-inch scale figure. It's a teeny tiny head. You got 6-inch scale legs, short upper torso, and regular size arms. This is weird proportions on those things. So I'm debating about how I want to handle this because I hate that Banff belt buckle. Could just cut this off and keep the bottom portion. And glue it to the belt that's already on the figure. Do the paint it up and do the washes and stuff. Kind of think I'm liking that ideal. Just work with what's already there. It's got these little pegs for wherever this stuff is, which I don't like. I'm just gonna get rid of them. And I'm going to do a little bit of Dremel work. Smooth that down a little bit. Got Sculpt over your paint drying.
It's hard to be intimidating and authoritative when your voice is squeaky.
Now you just settle down.
You know what I'm trying to tell you?
It's time to go to bed.
Don't make me spank you. What? Now, if you're making a Batman cape, right? Those are completely round, but they're also aggressively too long. And also at the very bottom of them, you're going to have those teardrops. And
I didn't hear a word you said. What now? I'm
I
sorry.
was just talking about making capes.
Mm-hmm.
You know the designs on the bottom of the Batman cape? The teardrops or whatever they are called.
Scallops.
Those tend to camouflage the links. But the Batman cape is really the only thing I can think of that is, or Batman-like capes. I was going to say Moon Knight, but his is purposefully crescent shapes, and you really got to dig into that crescent shape to get his to look right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to freehand some stuff.
I need to take some pictures of my other Atom figure and so I can start working on the pattern for you.
Lore?
Yes. There's no rush on it, so I'll get as soon as I get some time, I can work on it. I'll take the pictures. A lot of stuff's going on at work, so it's hard to make everything's in a critical need now. Mm-hmm. Now, let's draw out the groove on the back of this. Doesn't work. Clean up all the burrs. Test. Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
Like a charm, or
Yep. Look at that notch that set over here. I'll take the jacket back off to mount it, but that works really good. Put this up a little higher here.
it says, "Are you enjoying your honor?" You know, not really.
The one now?
The Bryan Cranston, your
Oh.
honor.
I like it. Looks good.
I enjoyed it like the first like we'll say 5-ish episodes.
Oh, when they drag things out, like you're saying, like it kind of takes you completely out of the story because it makes it unbelievable.
Well, they're not dragging anything out. That's not the problem. His problem is like, would he wouldn't be doing this shit. He wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. No.
Especially being a judge.
I mean, like, look, the first episode, the very first episode, he is up there doing judge shit, and then while he's questioning the woman, he gets down out of his fucking bench and walks around through the courtroom.
That don't happen.
Never. I have been in countless courtrooms. Never seen anything even remotely like that happen. The lawyers don't really walk around the room.
No.
That's just drama for TV.
Sounds like it's written by people who don't know how the court system works.
And then later in the show, stuff happens, and you're like, there ain't no way. This does not beget that. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't compromise himself like this. He wouldn't compromise the people like this. Sorry, imagine me trying to dress my son down sounding like that shit. Atrocious. It says my loan was approved.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I bought a car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I mean nothing.
What'd you get?
A Mini Cooper.
Oh, cool.
It's a second time.
Tester's paint bottles just seal up.
It has a plaid on its seating.
Fancy.
It's fucking cute as shit, man. My son was like, cute. He says, I've heard a lot of people say cute, but I don't know that I ever heard you say cute. I need to see what this looks like. So it doesn't look like I'm going to have to make it very much bigger. And it's really only the connective tissue that needs to be bigger. Not really like arm sockets or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So heavy alterations probably won't be necessary. Basically give a theme allowance on all sides and it should be good to see about a test fit. The square is part of the collar, so it may be more resistant to upscaling. Just have to see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
But a seam allowance on both sides of a piece is pretty significant size increase. So should be good. Should be good. Where is that? But I'm most worried about the sleeves. That's what's going to be the biggest alteration. Your boy's arms are fairly big.
I'll be right back, sir.
All right. It's unfortunate that I can't see the chat. Let's do the sneaky thing I did last time. Looking to see oh yeah, here we are. Okay, I can see you guys now.
And I'm back.
Oh, well.
But I can go take another break if you need.
Well, I pulled up the chat so I could keep up with it. I figured somebody had said something, but
The Reaper you made looks fantastic, dude.
that was really good. Very, very proud. Name withheld says, "What are we doing today?"
Yeah, I have no idea.
Playing with toys.
Yes, that. Making my Ghost Rider bigger.
Unnecessarily.
No, very necessary.
To your preference.
It's very necessary to me. So I got another one coming. I'm gonna leave alone too.
Oh, that looks terrible. Oh. Looks exactly like it should. That's all we care about. My daughter said that she don't like the interior of the new car.
What the plaid?
Yeah. It's a little yellow, I suppose. A little too yellow for her. It's a gentle yellow.
You got
It's not like piss stain yellow. You did. You touch up some white on his bony face.
Oh, this is like the head from that Rhino Wave Ghost Rider, where the head was basically mostly translucent. And I painted the head a long time ago, and I just went ahead and did some more touch up.
Touch.
Because it's the head from the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider is slightly smaller than the one that comes on this one. It's a very similar looking sculpt, but the other one, the new one's a little bit bigger. And you already have a small body and you put an oversized head on it, so kind of makes it look worse.
Or better.
No, worse. If the head's too big or too small, it bugs the living daylights out of me. So I wish my head on Solarian was a little bit bigger, but it's the best looking head I can find that matches the style I want to go with.
So there are the seats, but you're not going to be able to see the color of because
Yeah, camera.
camera on camera.
Yep.
There's a camera on camera action.
Oh yeah.
The center console is fairly doofy looking, but I think it's adorable. Endearing, rather. Just a giant circle in the middle of the dash. You know, there for a while, I bought a car every year.
Oh, back in the day, you could afford to do that.
It wasn't nowhere near as expensive as everybody tends to think it was. However, it absolutely wrecks your credit because closing loans before like their tenure is up, nobody likes that. Basically, they want you to have the loan, pay the interest to show that you're a good interest payer.
Yeah.
Show me that you're willing to give me money for nothing.
It's like my brother, he works at a mower tractor sales place, and where farmers pay cash with like they come in with like wads of cash. Farm worth millions of dollars, and they can't get credit because they pay for everything in cash.
My niece said, I can't believe you actually bought a car. I was like, I've bought like 10 or 15 cars in the last 20 years. My current vehicle is the one that I've had the longest, and I've only had it for like 4 years.
Bought my truck in 2007. Completely missed the spot.
Completely missed the spot.
There's a glare. There's like a little blue speck on the butt. I didn't see it because the glare was right on it. Sculpting tool. I didn't want to dirty up another brush again.
They are a pain to soak and clean up.
Yeah.
It's always like the first thing I think of when I think, oh, do I want to paint that? Do I really want to clean the brush?
This is the Rock Python body. I was trying to think of his name. It's the Grim Reaper body. It's the base color, like most of the body is already this blue, a similar shade of blue. So I thought that was a good, best way to prep for paint is start with a figure that's the color close to the color you're going to paint. Then I actually cut the lower legs. It's spliced on like 2000X Skeletor like shins. Need to touch up here. Yes, I need to touch up the blue. Where'd I put my blue? There it is. Rock Python. Those Rock Python figures you can get cheap too because nobody wants that figure. It's kind of a boring figure too. It's like you don't really come with anything. It's just the figure itself. No extra hands. Nothing really show for it.
But you know, if you're a fan of the Serpent Society,
yeah,
you got some trash ass figures in your collection.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, I know the feeling, man. I am a huge fan of Iron Man, and I got some seriously trash ass figures in my collection. I see them, they hurt my feelings, but they're my only representation of those armors or characters.
It cracked me up though. If you're a fan of the Serpent set, you get some trash ass figures.
I mean, you do. Two of them are like really bad. Really bad. The worst possible version of the Bucky Cap.
Yep. My friend that bought the Bruton head off Canon, and I'm going to build him a body for it. I told him to send me the head, and I'll paint it up for you, and I'll start building you a body. So he's going to send me some. That's like, if you can just give me a set of Ursa Major arms, replace the ones I'm using, and he said whatever else he finds, he's going to send me two. He's already ordered the arms. So I wouldn't mind to like try to make the villain later on.
So I got a notification saying that my Stormtrooper was coming in and be in here shortly.
The what now?
The Stormtrooper, BBTF. I got it. Like I got the wolf And then the next day I got the Stormtrooper one. On Friday, the wolf rolled over and is in my pile of loot. And it's what I've been really waiting on to ship the loot.
Mm-hmm.
But then I figured I'd let it wait till Monday to see if Monday the Stormtrooper rolls over into my loot. Because if I ship it without the Stormtrooper's going to be sitting in there by himself for 40-something days until I don't have. I think the next thing coming in is some Mythic Legion stuff.
Hoping to get that Grim Reaper in soon. I want that. I've been waiting right 2 years.
Yeah, they have their own factories and stuff, but I don't know what takes them so long.
That Necronomicus Maximilius the Harvester.
They say that, yeah, I bought 2 of them. They say that one for my mother-in-law because of you, but they say they're on the water.
Been saying that for a while now.
Month of October.
I got the hand pack, the Knights of Aetheron hand pack, and that Maximilius the Harvester.
Sector, do you want this stand? It's brilliant.
So I got 3. I hit ship on 3 items. The wolf, the cryptic wolf. What color did you get? I got gray.
Brown. Me and my 2 female co-workers looked through all 4 of them, and we discussed the highs and lows of all 4 of them, and we all decided on the brown one.
I got the
facial snarl or expression and all that stuff.
I got the other Daddy Catch Ghost Rider, the one I'm gonna leave alone, and I got the Deadpool Wolverine. Wolverine in his yellow suit, blue and yellow suit.
Yeah, all passes on MCU stuff.
I'm mostly that anymore, but I like the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
Yeah. My wife and I did too. We watched it on separate occasions. Did Sector answer me? I ain't even looking. I don't have turn my Wi-Fi off because it doesn't work while I'm in my truck for some reason.
Skeletor.
Did you? But
What? Who?
Did you get any of the Builders 2.0 skeletons?
Not yet. I did order that 4-pack. That's gonna be next year. Where I get that? It needs to go deeper into the head.
Okay, so you do want it. All right, good. It's a wonderful stand. I hate to part with it. Yeah, the new vehicle, it has lower fuel cost, lower insurance, lower monthly car note. And it's less money all the way around.
Painting a mark on my drill bit so how deep I can go without going through the top of the head.
We'll have to find some surprises to stick in the box with Mr. Beyond.
So I got a little ways to go.
The Bruce Wayne that was trained by Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. He was enjoyed being trained by Bruce Wayne. He likes Bruce Wayne so much he trained himself.
Imaginary training.
He is crazy. He dresses up as a bat. Not a very convincing looking bat either.
I worry about snow though.
But not an all-wheel drive model.
I don't think you can get them any other way, but I'm more worried about ground clearance.
High centering.
Very low to the ground. Comparatively speaking to, the Ford Ranger.
Yeah. It's a Ford effing Ranger.
How to think of a name. My wife drives a WRX. White one.
That's cool.
I told her I thought of a name after she named it yet. I thought of a name today while I was doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no? What did you think of? I said, how about Rexy? said it was stupid. I said it's so stupid, it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what you're going for. Alrighty. That should be deep enough now. That's what she said.
Hard lines and exact measurements never really work out for me in this stuff. We got to looking at our service comp dates at work.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy that I work with, he is already 25 years deep. And I was like, man, when have you turned in your paperwork for retirement yet? Why are we retiring? He's like, oh, I'm going to wait till I'm 63. I'm like, what are you, 62 and a half? I'm like, I'm going to retire. Get out of here. Just go do what you... The golden years are only golden if you can enjoy them.
Yep.
All you guys listening, I'm going to hit you with some profound life advice. If you're sub 30, you don't have anything in retirement or any retirement that you're working towards, find some way to fix that. Start doing it now. You will absolutely need it. No one's coming to save you. You'll have to handle it yourself. So get that set up and working in your favor just as soon as possible. Don't do like me and wait till you're 40. Open up 3 retirement accounts and start pumping almost $400 a paycheck into it.
So Starbucks posted it. He was in San Francisco and somebody busted out the window of his SUV.
Put a couple of 49er tickets in there with the one he already had on his dashboard.
Yeah.
It's getting rough out there, man. You said Chartemus?
Yep.
You know, my nephew was in California. I think they're closer to Orange County. But their vehicle was just broken into like a couple weeks ago. Took a $20 air pump that they had been using to pump the tires up on the car because it has a slow leak. And then took the little bag of trash that they had collected in the floorboard and strewn it through the entirety of the car to include the back seat. It's just mean.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. I get if you're like starving to death and you need money for food or something, but you're just being a jerk.
You should have good stuff while I'm trying to steal it here, break it in your car.
Well, you could probably look at their car and tell they ain't got nothing in there worth stealing. First rule of criminal is very opportunistic.
Yep.
If you don't provide them an opportunity, they won't provide you with a crime. But you know, you leave your truck running at the gas station and just run inside and grab a drink real quick and come back outside and the truck's gone. That's on you, baby.
It's not like the way it used to be.
I think you can still trust people, but there's a huge asterisk on that. If you go into a crowd of people and you pick out a person in that crowd and be like, here's my cell phone and here's the keys to my car, call the first number on this phone and tell them to come get the car. I have to go to the hospital. 9 times out of 10, they'll do that. They'll be a good person and do that for you. However, if you're standing there needing that to happen and someone approaches you and be like, hey, give me your phone and your keys and I'll make sure that the person that's on the first dial gets it, odds are they ain't going to get it.
Yep.
There's a ancient, timeless army saying, trust but verify. Well, I got your trench coat cut out. Let's hope it's the right size.
I had already prepped the neck, but nope. Rubbed well.
I have to make a decision on which way I want this to stretch.
Now we get the jaw back in.
I think it'll be smarter if I do it.
Now,
We'll do it like this.
man, what the hell? I had that feeling like loose, and it was like, it's like, well, the resin's hot. It's like more flexible.
Yes.
There we go.
My eyes are starting to bother me. Been a long day, boy. Good thing I got an extra hour of sleep, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Up, down, side to side.
That's a good question. How am I gonna do the sleeve bottoms? and see, guys, on the one hand, chalk will mark any fabric, but it is not nowhere near as precise as like one of these little pins.
Mm-hmm.
But that little pin won't mark all fabric. It gets very particular. But so I recommend having at least one piece of chalk and one marker.
Ah, yes. Good, good.
So I guess we're no longer in spooky season.
Who says?
November. Am I crazy?
You want it?
Am I crazy? But it said "and I crazy." Maybe.
Okay. 1, 2. Mix up some green stuff now.
Harbinger Toys are making football toys.
The what?
Harbinger Studios, the Savage Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
They're making football characters.
Football. Football?
Oh, whoever more 13 for Alabama.
Is that football?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He still got that cough, don't he?
Well, his mom's in there, so you gotta give it a little. Do you know what those machines are called? You know, where it like rolls a little ball and it hits the dominoes hit the stick, and the stick triggers the fishing pole, and the fishing pole turns on the fan.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah. I just watched one where the woman had to go and trip all of it by hand.
I don't think that's a very good one.
Well, it's pretty funny how it ended. I don't know why he's still awake. I know one thing, I'm getting tacos tomorrow. Because I'm a taco.
Taco.
So this guy just made this pizza and he cut it and brought it to the table, and it's like 4 foot long of stretching cheese. If they brought that to my table, I would get up and leave.
Name said he watched the review on the football figures. They look kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks like they went back to single jointed knees. You got anything that you're looking forward to movie-wise?
I kind of like the looks of that movie Short Rounds in. Did you send me the trailer for that?
The what now?
After a Short Round?
Short?
Yeah, was it Goonies and was Short Round, and he's an adult now.
No, I don't think this one I seen.
It's kind of a comedy action movie where it's it might have been Sector sent that to me. Where he was like a hitman mobster like type character, and he's like been living like he ran away from life and been living like a boring life as a real estate agent, and in his old life comes back and find them. It's one of those things that's kind of been done before, but it looks fun. That's more of a comedy action type deal instead of a hardcore style.
So not Nosferatu?
No. Good.
Don't worry, I am. I'm excited.
I haven't seen anything for Nosferatu. I've heard of people talking about it, but I haven't watched any of the trailers or anything for it. So I don't know anything about it. I think he might still be awake.
Yeah, I think he might be awake too. Probably when his computer went off, he had to go to sleep.
It's just a guess, but I'm just kind of thinking he might still be awake. Alright, that. Trying to get the height just right with the armor on it. Don't want too low. The hood on.
You know, Hot Ones, that question and answer show where they eat hot wings?
Yep.
They have some ramen noodles coming out.
Cool.
Freeze-dried Skittles, no thank you. Heath toffee apple pie, maybe.
I like that a lot.
Heath or apple pie?
Oh, I'm just talking about what I'm working on.
Jim Beam, Rental Reserve. Are you a whiskey guy?
I don't drink.
You know, at this point, I think Super 7 could make a better Spawn figure than Todd McFarlane.
That's quite a statement there.
Who would make the best Spawn figure?
Other than
I mean, use their Batman cape, modified a little bit on their Venom buck.
and they could definitely make a good one.
I would like to say that Mezco would probably be the best at making the cape for him, but I don't know that I would want him to have like a bodysuit.
Let that sit. Like they'll do. Nickel Health says NECA could make a good spawn.
You know what? I think you're right. I think they would make a really good one. Although it's going to come with a vinyl cape.
I think that's going to be all for the night. We are at 2 hours, 25 minutes. And Mr. Don, thank you for coming out, hanging out with me tonight.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Glad you'd have me.
Always welcome, my friend. Everybody in the chat, thank you again for coming out, hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure. And always, if you have any questions, let us know. Feel free to ask. And if you want to join the Discord, there's a link down below. Or a bunch of us always hang out there. So we'll catch y'all next time.
Have a good night.
And before we shut off though, we need to do one thing. Nobody said it.
Family, 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 family.
We had to do that one time for you.
One to girl one.
We have a good one.